What's up, hometown?
Man, over here sheltering with this child driving me insane.
Hey, child.
Say hi. Hi.
Hey.
And hella close to my hair with some slime. You already know that's going to be a problem in a second.
About to get crazy. God bless it.
Right. You'll get there.
Oh, I know.
How is life over there sheltering with Adea? Adea? Is that
Adea. Yeah. She's good. She's perfect. She just learned how to walk for real, like on her birthday, like around like the week of her birthday. So now it's I'm trying to destroy everything in sight phase. But luckily, being the oldest and having a whole bunch of little siblings, like I'm used to it. So.
Girl, the problems just change. So strap on in. You know what it is. It goes from dirty diapers to they start to talk your ear off to talking back. Now I'm catching her lying and being deceitful.
Oh, the deceit, friend. That's what we doing?
Girl, I'm going to put that all on her daddy, but I'm going to leave that alone.
Damn, bruh.
I said it. Damn it.
Lady.
All right.
Baby, it's all good. Your daddy's an angel.
No, he ain't. You told
No.
me he was
Hey.
You gotta keep it positive. So it's a blessing that you had. It was good until it wasn't coming out Friday. I listened to it this morning. Straight back-to-back slaps.
Thank you.
Yes. And I almost had to pull out some liquor. I know you was talking about Don Julio in the very first joint, Toxic. I was like, she knows my heart. Like I need to drink because Kehlani knows what I'm going through.
Sometimes it just calls for a shot. Sometimes that's just the way you gotta handle it.
That's it.
Which one was your favorite feature out of everybody you had? Because I was looking forward to the James Blake joint.
The James Blake is my favorite one. Like it just takes you to a whole nother planet. Like even my little sister who I honestly work to impress my little sister because she is the toughest critic and she is ratchet as hell. Like if I play her some I'm like, she like, who is this man? I don't know. I've never seen this man name before, but I play and she's like, this is my favorite one. Like this make me want to cry, girl. Oh God. Like I'm like, okay, we did a good job. Like
right.
We impressed Michaela. Like we won.
First time I heard that dude was on that. He had a song that was on a show on HBO, and it was like a real spooky sounding.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you because all of his stuff is pretty spooky and eerie and epic. So,
but like that's why I was looking forward to like you guys' voices actually fitting together on this one. Like I thought that was pretty tight.
Thank you. Yes, my favorite.
Yeah, it's a switch up that. For people like you said who don't really know who he is, you're like, hold on, but then you let it ride for a couple seconds, and you're like, wait, I like this. This is it's dope.
I think it's the same for like both of our fan bases. I feel like a lot of people who probably listen to him won't probably know who I am, and then some people who listen to me won't know who he is, and it's like the perfect combination of like these two worlds. Because I honestly didn't even expect him to know who I was. So.
No, really. Did you reach out, or did somebody just how did that even happen?
Someone on my team, added to my team, a new team member of mine was like, we also work with so and so and James Blake, and I was like, low key, I got a song that James Blake was sounding really, really good on. And I'll put you in contact. And James was like, pull up to the crib, and I was like, I'm gonna explode. And I pulled up and I played him the song, and he was like, actually, the song you just dropped on SoundCloud is my favorite. Like I would love to do the song, and I was like. What?
Mind blown.
What does this even mean?
Right.
How do you even know how to pronounce my name? Like, this is crazy. Like, so it was very natural, and he's just a sweet guy. So
that's dope.
That's real dope. I actually was riding the other day, and that FNMU came up on my playlist and title, and I was like, "Is she really talking about starting a fight to get it going?" Like, right? So when you did that. Like, do you think it's gonna get some women to maybe start some trouble just to get the right loving in the bedroom?
I hope not. I think that song was kind of reflecting on there's moments where I'm reflecting on just I think the whole album is kind of even in the title is expressing the bad toxic cycle that you get into. And I think that in the past, I think just in the one scenario I wrote the song about was when we're at that point where we're not speaking to each other at all, and it's completely silent. And in the silence, I'm about to be like, so what's up then, bro? Let's get it. Like, so what's up? What happened all that mess you was talking before this? What's up? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that came from kind of like that energy. But I hope nobody goes out and starts no fights to handle stakes, because that's just, it's not healthy, y'all. Take it from me.
That's already somebody's toxic trait. Trust me.
Yeah, for sure.
I guarantee you.
I ain't started nothing. We're born with this. What do you mean? Plus, we gotta help y'all step y'all game up in every single way, shape, and form.
Oh,
So
goodness.
if it's a little poking, then I'm gonna poke a little bit.
Poke and hopefully get poked bags.
Whoa! My child is
There it is.
Baby.
Don Julio.
There she
Am
goes.
I right? No.
So I'm trying to figure out who's winning between you and young Gerald as to who had the better position with Meg's booty, because the video of it bouncing on your head, and then this fool over here probably drunk, cupped up with me. She's one of the realest though, man.
Absolutely.
I love that girl.
Absolutely, me too. And I think it's just genuine. Like, I think that there's something about her that doesn't make it this, like, it isn't this awkward, like, deep thing when she shake her booty on you. Like, it's just like, she's like, I've been blessed with all this booty, and now I'm going to bless the world with all this booty. And if I want to bounce it on my friend head, or maybe let young Gerald touch the butt once, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Y'all gonna mind y'all business.
That's
like,
it.
Yes, Lord.
That's
That's
it.
it. So I loved her skit, and then you had the other one, She Belonged to the Streets, which, you know, they both had like some really dope messages. One for the ladies, the other one is like, you know, social media is such a monster.
Yeah.
That, you know, you go through life, and unfortunately, because you're a celebrity, you know, you put stuff on the web, or stuff is found out, and then before you know it, you're getting labeled all over the place.
Right.
And everybody kind of deals with it different. I think you've done a great job kind of just maintaining your sanity and letting people express themselves, and just being like, okay, I know this ain't me. I know what I'm doing. I just got to keep pushing.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a hard place to navigate. It's really, really loud. And, you know, people could say one thing without any proof and run with it. And then it becomes this giant, like,
thing,
whirlwind of things that are happening. And then you feel the need to explain yourself, especially at my age. I'm only 25. It's still hard for me not to want to be like, well, girl, you don't know me, or y'all don't know me, or dang, like, why don't y'all take the opportunity to get to know me, or things like that. But you kind of just have to combat those emotions with just like, I take a second to just be really grateful and realize that, like, at the end of the day, like, it comes from the emotion of caring. So if I look at it like a lot of people care about me enough to, like, trip on me or be interested in me, like, thank God that enough people care about me to, like, get my career going and allow me to feed my family and allow me to, you know, be stable and fruitful and blessed. So if I flip it and I think about it like that, it's just a perspective thing, and I can be grateful.
Well, a lot of people are going to show you that care, right? Because we all know that you care a lot about folks too. I almost wore my my Sunovi gang T-shirt today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Got the young Nova out there, but I wear it all the time, so it wasn't clean. So I had to throw in my other joint. But you know, like, we know that you give a lot back, you know, to the Bay Area and to folks in general. So I mean, you're gonna get that extra care from folks who just are gonna, you know, show support to everything that you do.
Well, I love that. I would like to believe that everything that you put out into the world comes back tenfold. So hopefully, you know, it's good energies out there, because I do feel like I put out a lot.
Now I'm gonna bust out Biz real quick.
What's up?
And feel free to bust me out if I've said something, because we can talk about it. But this cat said like 80% of these songs are gonna be about YG.
Yeah.
But I
you
feel
know,
like
the title did something to me. I saw the title and I was like, man, I wonder if that's, you know, let us in.
I mean, yeah, I write parallel to my life. I made this album while dating that man. Like, there's In Water, you can hear it. I say swimming with a Pisces is the opening line. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bad News, the song Bad News is exactly spot on. Like, it goes from when I felt everything was really good to when I felt like it started turning, and then to absolutely when I felt like it wasn't, and the conversations that come after that. I literally just write parallel to what's to what's going on. I feel like I want to get a deeper foot into motherhood before I make a project dedicated to motherhood. I want to be able to have like conversations with my child and like know more about that before I do that. Cloud 19, you should be here. If you knew who I was dating at the time, if you were a close friend of mine, you knew who all of Cloud 19 was about. If you paid attention to my relationship when I made You Should Be Here, you knew who and what You Should Be Here was about. Sweet, Sexy, Savage, I was single, there was a lot going on, like, you knew what that was about. So I've always just been that type of person. I'm not ashamed to say it's about him, for sure. I made it while I was with him and then finished it when we broke up and haven't been in contact. So it's like, you know, it's about that evolution, but through every relationship, you learn about yourself and you assess yourself and you change and grow as a person. So it's also very much about how I've changed and grown and how I face these different situations and made different decisions, you know, on my own internally.
So no more swimming with Pisces, but so where on the astrological chart are you headed next?
Uh-oh.
Right now I'm focused on my Taurus self and my Aries baby.
Okay. Bang, bang. All right.
You know, I am just focused on putting this album out and I'm probably gonna not be out in the public with my next relationship because I just would like to just have some calm and some peace.
Right.
You know, we didn't intend to go public with the last one either, but it was some weird, I got pictures of y'all and I'm sending to the blog, and if y'all don't, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were saying that thing was 5 years in the making before we even, you know.
We was friends for 5 years. People took that quote and took it on one. We was just friends for 5 years, and 5 years ago, he tried me and was like, I want to take you somewhere, and I was like, I don't know you, sir. Back it up. Try me when I'm older.
That's hella funny, but I enjoyed the whole thing. And then
it was beautiful until it wasn't. And then now we're doing our thing and we have no animosity, no bad blood, nothing. Is love.
Well, that's good.
I was talking about the album, but I enjoyed watching you and YG too. I was rooting for y'all.
Well, good you love the album. Let's get back to
I was rooting for y'all, but then he was a clown to me after a second. In LA, you know what I'm saying? You was acting real clowny, YG, but whatever. You don't disrespect the Bay Area queen like that, first and foremost.
Good until it wasn't, sis.
Look,
and it really
all you have to do is move your hand movement, set it off.
I mean, but you put a verse. Is this an old verse from Lexii that you had at the end?
Yeah.
Obviously, but an unheard one?
Yeah, she had so much music. She was working on a mixtape, an album. She just pumped out music like an alien. Like, it was freakish how much she could pump out and how good and the quality of every single thing that she made. It was so. And she's been rapping like that since she was 16, 15 years old. Like, when I first discovered her, she was rapping just as incredible as the verse that is on the end of, you know, the end of the album. And I thought, you know, I could make a song about her, but I could make songs about her for the rest of my life. I wanted to give her this kind of like last big, you know, hurrah to get her voice out, because, you know, it's not going to be many more opportunities for her to just get that off. I mean, somewhat other people could take old verses, you know, and things like that. But as far as like, are we getting any new music? No.
Right.
You know, so I just wanted to, you know, give her that last big, you know, moment. And God willing, you know, anything big happens with this album, we did it together. So
yeah. For those people who don't know Lexii, we unfortunately lost her. She's just 21 years old, you know what I'm saying, to a drug overdose is what I was told. So it just, you know, the game is crazy. And, you know, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people that deal with some sort of addiction or another. And, you know, I mean, maybe if you want to give a couple words to the young people out there, like, she was so talented though. Like, just listening to that verse on the end of your album is like, it reminded you how dope she is. Was, all of that.
Will forever be all that love. That was the second at the time. Now I have 3 friends who have passed away, 3 really incredible musicians who passed away from drug overdose. Just in the span of a year and some change. Mac Miller, Lexii, rest in peace, China. She just passed away, you know, last month. Maybe this month. I'm losing track of time, but very recently. And what I would want to say is, one, there has to be a better way in which we as an artistic community support each other and make all these people, you know, feel more heard and feel more comfortable and feel like they don't have to rely on, you know, other things. And then 2, just on some real shit. Like, sorry, I can't say
No,
shit.
girl, say what you want to say.
On some
You're
real
on the
shit.
internet. You go.
Right.
On some real shit. There are very foul people doing very foul things to be stuck at this. Each case of this wasn't an overdose based on amount. It was an overdose based on the foul play of the substance itself. These are bad drugs. These are people who don't care about you,
Right.
doing things, and they're just trying to make money. And it's like there has to be a conversation of holding accountability for that as well. So if we can keep pushing like don't do drugs and don't do drugs and don't do drugs, we don't know why, what got somebody hooked on drugs. We don't know what put them in that predicament. We don't know why they're dealing with it. It's also disease. Like addiction is a disease. It's not easy to just tell somebody to stop. But there also is the flip side of like now you have to be extra careful because everything out there is sus and sideways and bad, and people not care about you. So it's now there's two things to worry about, like the drug addiction, and if you do have a substance abuse issue, like one small dose of what you usually are used to could knock you out and could take you because of how foul everything is right now. So I just would really like everybody to just get a better grip on how they choose to indulge in things, or what they choose to indulge in general, because we can't keep losing young people to these really like, I can't comprehend it. You know, I it's not something I ever was able to comprehend. So.
And even when you're young, you know when people are shady, man. So you gotta keep your circle small and tight and unbreakable, and rock with them people through everything. Cause it's you know, folks, especially when you get to your status or you gain some fame, everybody want to jump in and get a piece or tell you this is great for you, or you know, put things in front of your face, looking for personal gain. So that's another big thing to remember.
Completely, 100%.
Yeah. But again, I got to listen to it. It's crazy. I'm so proud of you. It's dope. You're a mama now too. Like you just got things stacking, girl. Doing it.
I'm trying to stay grounded. So.
Well, you look comfortable, girl. I'll tell you that.
Right.
That's real comfortable right there. So.
I got some pillows. I got my big T-shirt. You know,
got some greenery behind you. You know what I'm saying? You know, put a little energy in the room.
Vibes.
All right. So it's dropping Friday.
Yeah.
We're of course going to tell everybody to cop it. And I don't think we're even going to have to say much. You know, people have been waiting for you to drop something else for a minute. So it's going to be a beautiful movement that will help support on Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah. Naya, you want to say bye? Unless y'all have something else to say.
Bye.
All love. Beautiful project. Keep on working.
Thank you.
Absolutely. God bless, Mama.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
Sure.